El Paso makes taco shells and burrito shells and taco seasoning. Everything you need to make tacos and burritos.
Well, I've seen the kits. I might get some, might be something different to try for like something during the day. We're having fish and chips today. Oh, what's tomorrow? Or we're having sausages from butchers and chips. You know, or she might do a chicken breast. I might do some Yorkshire puddings. But like mother, like she's always wanted to buy us stuff like chicken Kievs. And fish. So in the end, I've had to say to right, we've got 2 boxes of fish. We don't need any fish this week. We've got 2 family-sized pies, so I don't need any pies. Well, you never know when you might need it. You might need to get a couple of parcels. No, otherwise, I mean, I'm just getting the freeze in the shed down for what we had. Trying to make a note of what we've got with the stock for the butchers, like sausages wise and stuff. So I just said to look, get some ice cream. Even though she's okay for ice cream, she likes this Scottish brand called Mackey's. It's like in a blue tub. It's the best one she likes, and sometimes she has, as she says, fire in the belly. So, like if it's like maybe acid reflux or something, but so she likes this brand from Scotland called Mackey's.
You know why they call them Mackies, don't you?
No.
When it's a hot day up there, they got to wrap their Mackies in it to keep them cool.
Oh, this is we're going into Asda today, which was once owned by Walmart before they sold it to the Muslims. I mean, I've got plenty of ale in, but I've got 2 boxes of. Well, best really get my thing out of the microwave. It's still whirring away. It'll be refried.
Could have happened to anybody. Oh, well, it must be very decent. It's not the desk calendar. It's our desk calendar. It is? I think it was. But how did this happen? I'll show you exactly how this happened.
I best get me tray because I'll probably end up having 4th degree burns on my fingers.
Proper technical knowledge. I suppose this is some firm's ill-conceived idea of a Christmas giveaway. The one my wife bought. Get me out of here. Do I take offended to have no flat?
Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Ordway. I find that surprising. That you've absolutely no rented furnished accommodation.
Yeah, I've been tonight. Well, it's quite late on, really, like, but
Did he say furnished accommodation?
we watched the remaining 2 episodes on disc 1 of 22 of the DVD version of The Professionals, which is obviously Martin Shaw and Lewis Collins and Gordon Jackson, who was in Upstairs Downstairs. I did have it for like 20 odd years, series 1 to 4 of The Professionals. It's like MI5, CIA, undercover, but they're called CI5. It was quite funny in the early days of DVDs. I remember them being very, very expensive. And it used to be like this channel on Freeview TV, which was they had different theme nights. One will be an episode of Minder, which is a brilliant show with, as you know, I told you before, with George Cole, the late George Cole, and the late Dennis Waterman from New Tricks. That was about the undercover, the civilian police, the flying squad, like the elite, but they're called the Sweeney. It's like Cockney rhyming slang, Sweeney Todd, flying squad, like apples and pears, stairs, boat race, face.
Good morning, ladies. I'm looking for the novels. Can you oblige me?
And I saw this box set of the professionals, like 99 quid, nearly $100.
I wonder if you could tell me if...
And I never said out to my old man, but for some reason, it must be like a psychic connection. To this day, I can't explain it. I really cannot explain how he intervened. At this time, but he did. Yeah, I ordered one at 99 quid, say $100 for the Saw series. He sent me a link for the exact same thing, but different. Yeah, that's going down like fucking hot lead. Exactly the same content, but the difference was it was different packaging. You know, like different photographs, different text, different colours for box sets for like 21 quid. So like nearly 70 quid cheaper. Probably nearly 8 quid, 80 quid cheaper than the one I had originally ordered. Only reason was because it had been replaced by a newly repackaged box set with different coloured sleeves and different photographs and different text, but exactly the same thing. For like nearly 80 quid cheaper, and I'm like, bloody hell. So I ordered that. Then obviously I had to wait for the $100 box set to come, to then take it back to the post office to return it, and then eventually get my refund. And I had that for over 20 odd years. 20 odd years I had the professionals with, you know, Gordon Jackson, Martin Shaw, who's still alive, and the late Lewis Collins, who died in Los Angeles of, I think, cancer. If you ever see Jack the Ripper with Michael Caine, it was a TV series like late 80s. Yeah, and it's brilliant. It's almost a carbon copy of From Hell with Johnny Depp and the late Robbie Coltrane. As you know, he played. Was it Hagrid in Harry Potter? The big bear block with the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exactly the same storyline, that it was the Queen's surgeon who was suffering from delirium of the mind, who had developed this obsession, this hatred of the street workers. Exactly the same conclusion. Even though they reckon it's this mentally ill Polish chap called Aaron Kosminski. Yeah, I decided to get rid of him because I thought they've been stuck on a shelf for like years and years. I hadn't got round to watching them. And then I took them to a charity shop. I dropped off in the early hours of the morning. And then Jeff said, "Oh, well, because I watch professionals next week." I'm like, bollocks, bloody hell. So I went straight to the charity shop when I could. Looked on the shelf, gone. I knew they were gone because anyone with a clue, with a brain cell, can skip through all the Hollywood shit like Knocked Up Again or 40-Year-Old Virgin or Hangover Part 2, the Alan Bennett film The Lady in the Van with the late Maggie Smith, and then skip all that shite, and then, oh god, The Professionals. I remember that from my youth.
I bet the transvestite women, the transsexuals over there are pissed off right now.
Oh god.
Because that UK Supreme Court declared that a woman was a biological female.
Oh, they're having a meltdown. And I come to them one and said, someone said, I said, okay, if we want to change your sex, we can't really change sex, you can adapt it. But if you've still got cock and balls, you should not be going into ladies' toilets or ladies' change rooms. Just because you say, I identify as a woman, you're not a biological woman, you just, obviously they are, I say it's basic biology. Someone said, biology's moved on from them, keep up, and I'm going, basic biology is not, you can't get more basic than a bloke with a cock and balls and a woman who can give birth to a child if they can conceive, because some people are barren.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're going nuts. Now that they're an emergency rally somewhere at central London. And this is ironic, this. Right, so for centuries, you know about the suffragettes. So, I don't know in America, but over here we had Emily Pankhurst. You may have heard of her. She was like the leader of the suffragettes. So basically, in them days, women didn't have the vote or anything like that. They had very little rights, especially like with divorce. So Emily Pankhurst and all that, chained himself to railings, got flung in jail. One poor lass called Emily Davidson, I think, or Davidson. I mean, if you go on Wikipedia, it'll tell you about the suffragettes, Emily Pankhurst. Well, the suffrage, like, being jailed for it. But Emily Davidson, poor lass, in protest, ran onto a horse race track where the king was there apparently, and either misjudged it, but the king's horse panicked and trampled down her and killed her. This is like 1913 or 1923, something like that.
Yeah.
But Emily Davison, and that she one was killed by the racehorse trampling on her. But yeah, Emily Pankhurst, I think that's her name. She was like the big leader of this women's liberation group.
Yeah.
Fought for women's rights. It wasn't straight away, but she's still known to this day as the suffragettes. So you're getting these people who lesbians who have basically hijacked the LBGTQQQQQ plus movement, and these people who are about as convinced a woman as I am with a wig on, and all the other, even some of our generation have been bloody brainwashed. They've gone to wear some statues celebrating the suffragettes and vandalised them. I mean, how you can't get your head round it. So you're getting some kind of women that still are technically men. So Emily Pankhurst must be turning her fucking grave.
Yeah.
For all those years to get women the vote, to get equal allowance when it comes to being divorced, equal rights and all this, and rates of pay and all that shit. It took decades, and now suddenly a bloke who suddenly decides he identifies as a woman, whether he's got his cock and balls or not, is suddenly pissed off at the suffragettes that fought for women's rights from the men. The fact that there used to be, a lot of them used to be men in the first place, well, still are men biologically. It's ironic. It's a piss take.
Someone has to steal animals, find them good homes. Listen, I need a good home for 6 battery hens.
Oh, one more thing, and I'll let you jump in. This made me laugh. I'll let you think of your conclusion.
Where did you get them?
Well, the Supreme Court there ruled on it, and that's got to be the final word. They can't rule that.
Oh, well,
Like we're here.
They're going crazy.
Flat number 4, start from the Blue Dragon, fast food and takeaway. So please.
Go on my page, and I did a link from news showing there was an emergency rally
I've never found any elsewhere.
by sympathising lesbians and stuff, and people that identify as a dog and walking all fours barking, and trans women, not women, trans women who are biological males. Oh, trans rights are human rights. Fuck off. You want to chop your dick off under a surgeon? Go ahead. You want to identify as Lillian? Fair enough, go ahead. But you're not a woman. If you've still got your cock and balls, you use the gents. You know. Well, I'll just do this one little bit and I'll let you jump in. It was the BBC News. As you get your national news, then you get your regional news. On normal TV, we get Yorkshire, but on the BBC iPlayer, you can pick. It's like Channel Islands, BBC South, South East, all over the country, all the regional things. Even on BBC London. And it was all about this housing trust called Peabody, and that the flats were not being maintained. There was dry rot, wet, dry rot, mould, all that shit. Into this white English woman, and then they went to this Muslim woman called Fatima. Not the letterbox one, the burqas, all that shit. She's one of them that wears the headscarves. And she's got 2 young kids, one who we interviewed, maybe, I don't know, 8 and 12, something like that. And he's called Mohammed. And she's going, I mean, she looked old. She looked like late 50s, not probably mid 40s. She looked old, podgy and ugly. And she's saying, I have COPD, we have to have a nebulizers. The children have an air filtration system in their bedroom. The damp's terrible. I've got other chest complaints, and you know, but I trust in Allah. And I looked at her last and I says, see what she just said? A flat's fucked. It's got mould, dry rot, damp everywhere. She's got endless chest complaints, COPD, asthma, and anything else. The kids, I think there's water dripping down walls. Where's fucking Allah? She trusts in Allah, but what's Allah doing? Fuck all. Is he haranguing the housing association, Peabody? Is he haranguing the MPs? Is he sending round his ghostly prophets to repaper the flat, improve their chest, get rid of the COPD? No, he isn't. He's doing fuck all. I mean, and it's just the irony that they believe so much in his Prophet Muhammad, and they always say peace be, but whatever. That he's done nothing to intervene with this lass's situation, where you know the air is thick with that damp smell, and there's chest complaints. Allah's doing fuck all. He's too busy shagging 80,000 virgins. But is it ironic? Do you think?
Yeah.
This is
I
why.
don't think any of them really believe any of that.
Oh, she did. I was just saying it on camera. I mean, like we are conditioned. Let's say if you were what they call a Bible basher, and you're into those, well, my heart's fucked, my legs are fucked, the flat's fucked, my wife's fucked, the heating's fucked, we've got horrible skin condition, we've got mould, rising damp, lowering damp, the roof's falling off, but I trust in God. Why ain't God helping you then if your everything's fucked? I don't know, but he has a reason. He has a reason. Well, why ain't help you if you're that desperate?
The doctor can become a man, and a man can become a son can become a woman.
In exchange for paying a little bit of order back to your place.
Yeah, but the point I was making about that was, back in the 70s and 80s when there were drag artists and cross dressers and that, and with just one rainbow flag. There was none of this bollocks that's happening now. It has been absolutely hijacked by these LBGTQQQQ terrorists. Well, I mean, I've seen plenty in America where they have these school board meetings, and the parents turn up and they're trying to quote from these books that are available in a school library where their 8-year-old daughter is. Books telling tales of a bloke wanking himself off or a lass flicking the bean, and then you got the school governors trying to shut them down. Well, this is from your book in my daughter's school library about a woman who was pregnant, who was flicking her vag and having a climax, or Henry, the horny milkman, having a wank. And you say this is all right? The world's fucked. Now we're getting, even some of our generation buy into this shit, but the fact that they're rewriting biology, basic biology. Then you get these people who, there's one who's American, I think. He's got girly permy hair, ladies' glasses, still got Adam's apple. He's still got the meat and 2 veg. And he deliberately goes around filming himself at restaurants and cafes and bars being misgendered.
People afraid, yeah, they like that. They're afraid that they'll be posted up online and labeled hater.
Yeah.
You know what? That's exactly what needs to happen. Is somebody needs to take them out back and beat the shit out of them.
Well,
Tell me, ain't gonna that kind of nonsense over here.
yeah, the problem is over here. As you know, there have been a few. J.D. Vance picked up on this with that lying twat Starmer when he was at White House. If you put on a tweet, or X as it's now known, but there's been many examples of people being arrested, maybe 4 or 5 police turn up. One bloke had a police turn up and a phone call and a bloody mental health counsellor. Because, yeah, but you know, you post that stuff on there. I mean, do you really believe that? And they've been arrested. One poor lass posted something on Facebook or Twitter. Later thought, maybe I should have put it on. And deleted it. But by some trans activist twat had screenshotted it before she deleted the post. She's now in jail for over 2 years. I mean, they released a load of rapists and stabbies because the prisons were overloaded, and then filled them with people who put on a hurty tweet somebody found offensive, and then you got police turning up, mob-handed, and arresting them. I mean, this is how bad it's getting. There was a couple down in Boreham Wood. There was in a Thomas can't be far behind. No, Brash. Thomas. Thomas.
No, it's on the second shelf. That won't be a moment. There are people before you waiting for cakes. I don't want any cakes.
Yeah, it's on news. If you Google it.